Hello! Welcome! I hope your week is going well. I'm Aziza here at Gourmet Pens, and today we are going to be looking at this pen, which was sent over for me to check out by Inked Pens in Australia, so thank you, Inked Pens. And there is a discount code for 10% off. Love Gourmet Pens, which I hope you do, and even if you don't, you can use it. And if you do love me, please like and subscribe. Yay! And it's sort of like a fancier platinum, but not fancy gold nib platinum. So it's still a steel nib, and it's just more like the higher end steel nib platinum. So more expensive than the like Plaisir and the Préfount, but very cool, very nice. And I'm excited to share it with you because it's a pretty solid writer. So let's go do that. Okay. The Platinum Procyon. I assume named after constellations? I don't actually know, because Platinum doesn't always give the reasoning and logic behind their names, like the Kampu. Anyway, for an $80 pen, this is some pretty fancy packaging. Anyway, people get upset when I go on about boxes. But anyway, this is what the pen came in. Underneath, you've got your instruction manual, your warranty card. It did come with a cartridge, which I have right here. And Inked Pens also sent me a converter, which I really appreciate because I don't like cartridges. So here's the pen. It's a pretty cute pen. This is the turquoise blue. It's got conical pointed finials. It's like a nice round, smooth shape. The clip is it's like nice and snug, so it's really secure. It says Procyon on it. Platinum, made in Japan. Nice matte finish. Like overall, it's a good looking pen. And, okay, sorry, it's really blue in here. Is that better? Is that too blue? Let me fix this. There. Okay. So, sorry, I got distracted. It is a nice size pen. I do like that. Like, it's full size. It's metal, so it, like, feels good in hand. If we uncap it, it's got a clear section. A very interesting shaped feed. It has, like, the Platinum Preppy, Plaisir, like, the same nib. So this is a fine single slit, no breather hole. It's got the Platinum P, metal threads, which are not at all sharp. And this little ridge here is a bit sharp, but I don't think that'll be an issue for most people. Open it up. Here's what's inside. So I have my converter in here. What I do like, this is very smooth. Sometimes with metal on metal threads, it's like really scratchy and icky, but the finish on that's really good. Very comfortable in hand. It's not super heavy. It is definitely balanced towards the front because that's where more the metal is. And if you do like to post, it can be posted very snugly. It's actually not too bad. I thought it would be too heavy, but it's quite comfortable. So if you like to post, it's a great posting pen, but I am not a poster, even though I can with this particular pen. But I just don't want to, okay? Okay, let's zoom in for some writing. Okay, I'm gonna pull this down so I don't oil up my page too much. I'm gonna turn this on so we get some... Okay. So... Platinum. Procyon. This is the fine nib, which is fine, and I've had this for a couple months, and it has been a flawless writer, which has usually been my experience with Platinum's nibs like this, like the ones that you find on the Preppy and the Plaisir. It's just a really solid, reliable writer. That's the word I was looking for. So if we just take a look, I mean, that's what they do really well. Like these pens with these nibs in the, I don't know, I would say like the reasonable price range of $5 to $50. This one is $80, so it's a little bit higher. But they all have flawless performance in my experience. So like it's a really, really superb writer. It's kind of on the dry side because it's a fine, and I'm also using ᵐᵉᵒủy, which is also not dry, but it's a little bit dry. It's a really good pen for like journaling, hobonichi writing, like planner organizer, because it dries really quick, and it always writes. So I'm just looking inside the cap here. What was I gonna do next? Platinum Procyon. Oh, okay, it's the turquoise blue. I don't need to write that, do I? You guys know that. This is sent over by Inked Pens, and if you would like, there is a discount code for 10% off if you want to get something for yourself from Inked Pens. It is Love Gourmet Pens. Dat me! But it's down below in the description. So there we go. Let's do a little bit more writing. I've been really pleased with the performance. Because it's a really firm nib, like, there's no line variation. I mean, you can get a little bit of a water flow if you apply pressure, but it's not really meant for that. So if you really need to, you can. What I do think is really interesting, I was not really sure about the price, because it's definitely more expensive than Platinum's, I don't know, introductory line with this kind of nib. But I think what it offers is a superb writing experience with a much nicer pen body. So if you like the preppy, but you don't, like, you just want something more robust, because it is a plastic pen, although they're pretty tough, they can break. This one, I mean, it's metal, you can drop it, you probably eventually will damage the finish if you do that, but it's way more reliable. I think it's a good looking pen. So I think the experience that you're getting with this pen over like the preppy or even like the play fount, this one is just more of a premium body. So if you really like the writing experience but you want a nicer pen, it's a good option. And it really is a really good writer. Hello, Jello. Hello. Jello. Bello. Cheerios. What I do also like is it's a very clean, precise writer, because it's like the tip is so, it's well tuned, well adjusted. You're not gonna get variation in your lines. So if you want a really nice consistent writing experience, or if you want to work on a script or practice like a really clean type of script, it's fantastic. This is something that Platinum does really well. I think it's a little on the expensive side, but with 10% off, you know, gets more reasonable. I would love to see them do the bodies like the way they do the special edition for the Plaisirs, like with a gradient and stuff like that. That would be really cool. But, you know, overall, I'm actually pretty pleased with it. It has not dried out on me. I've re-inked it several times with the same color, and I just really don't have much to complain about except for the price. But again, 10% off makes it a little bit more reasonable, and I think it's a solid pen, superb gift idea, like if you want to give someone a pen to get them into fountain pens, it's really good. And otherwise, it's rough and tough for like shoving in your bag or your pocket, and it can take a beating. So, fantastic. Okay. That's everything, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope this was useful for you. Thank you kindly to Inked Pens for sending this for me to review. I really appreciate that support because I probably wouldn't have bought one for myself, and then I wouldn't have been able to share it with you. But now that I've actually written with it and experienced it for a while, I think it's a pretty solid contender for like a robust, reliable writer. So I'm pleased about that. And again, discount code below. You know the usual. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. You know, it gives me emotional validation and stuff. And that's everything. Have a lovely, what is it, weekend? I don't know. Have a lovely next few days, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye! I need a new style.